What's going on with y'all? It's your boy Don Tobin in this motherfucker, man. We are at Central Ute. We are at Central Ute. Nah, let me stop fucking around. We are at a university. I will say that. I'm gonna tell you what the name of the university is called, but we are at a university. Nah, but everybody, today was a very chill day, and the day is still going on. I would say that I like when it has like the little breeze in the air is like, somewhat moderate, not too windy, not too hot, not too, crazy, but weather like this in Texas is like, it's fucking bipolar, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people in this world are generally peaceful at times like this, or they could be chaotic. It could be chaotic. This is gonna be a chaotic ass month, though. I could tell, cause when I say that, I say, bro, I just be feeling heavily as energy, bro, from not just people, but the world is always about energy based. And a lot of people think that you have to go here, you have to go there, you have to go this way, that way. It might be true to an extent, but at the same time, knowledge isn't always about IQ, and knowledge isn't always about what you may feel to be the truth. So, OG fire truck in this motherfucker, man. The fire. But I'm trying to tell you, bro, like, this world is actually fun to me. There's so much that I want to say, but needless to say, I don't need to say half of the shit I know. Now they're like, Don, what do you mean by that? Well, I mean that there's so much to say and there's so much to know, but there's so much to live for. There's so much to live for, bro. And I'm taking a route where the innovative crowd is dying, but it's also being prospering, meaning that only so many people can go on this route. Only so many people can understand this route. Only so many people can actually understand the width of where I'm going. The biggest elements to life is coexisting with people. So many people think that, like, we're supposed to adapt to old traditions, and it's like you can mix it in with also being or adding an upgrade to our system and our environment and I really just ask for peace for that. Peace within that. You know, it's not always about the money. It's not always about what can you gain from somebody. I will say that you can use people in this world. There's nothing wrong with that. You can call it narcissism, tendencies, narcissism, whatever you want to call it. Everybody in this world uses each other one way or the other. Now it depends on why you're using that person. How are you benefiting from that other person? And if you're not using something, you're using it practice, somebody teach or told you, and you kind of can apply it to it from what you know and what you experienced. See, we have so much resources in this world that we do not use, but we're resourceful. But the people in these industries, companies, are buying up space and using it for what? Now, I want you guys to actually think about that. You know? Because there's a difference between being resourceful and being resourcefulness. And then you have people that are resourcefulness. And it's not even like I'm saying that to say like, oh, well, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. You know, take it for what you want to take it. All I can say is learn the difference. Incorporate one or the other. Because to take on sacrifices and to take on things that can be creative and implemented to your liking and to not just for yourself but for others, can provide you with a lot of clarity. Because you don't need to have all the materialistic things that we perceive as godly, worldly, because it doesn't matter. You can't take none of that to the grave with you. But what I can tell you is the experiences and love from the people in this world, from getting to know people to networking to socializing with positive people around you. We're not perfect. We've all had a unbalanced life and an imperfect lifestyle before, you know, some of us have awakened, some of us have learned from our experiences and mistakes. But I will say that don't judge nobody, because at the end of the day, like, I'm not here to retaliate or to get back for what was lost. All I can do is keep going and make more new memories and love the journey, bro. That's all I'm going on. There's no time to be bragging and boasting and having excuses. But you're somewhat a God. That's the ego in its highest form. Take it from a person like me. You don't want to get into that. Without knowing how to balance yourself out and being able to check yourself and understand others around you and how they operate. There's a lot of people out here that won't tell you that there's practices, there's programs, there's rituals, there's underlying issues in the communities that we live in from across the globe, the world, that prevents certain people from getting the resources they need and funding they need for support and just a better life in general, because of greed. And I would really say it's the 7 deadly sins. It's one of the most crazy sins in my opinion. Indulgence and overindulgence is 2 different meanings, but you do have it to where if you overindulge in things, like, you know, take it how you want to take it, but understand the consequences. And that's with anything in life. I said this on the phone a couple of days ago, like, bro, somebody was saying if you gotta rob, cheat, steal, kill to get where you're at, you shouldn't be trusted, and it's cool. I've did all of those things before, and I'm still doing at least 1 or 2 or 3 of them. Like I told you, I'm not perfect, but I'm not a saint. But as I repent and as I learn and understand my consequences, I'm gonna take accountability from what I did and what I dish out there in the world. Because at the end of the day, I can do my time. I can see foresight in anything I'm doing. And certain people are gonna know your character and what you're about and what you stood for. You know, sometimes your reputation is gonna get fucking stained big time. Maybe even to the point where you can rise up from the ashes, bro, and make a comeback from that. But never give up, bro. But understand what you do has a consequence, and there's justice that is going to be served for anything that you do. You know, karma is not a fake ideology where it's a proven fact. An opinion is something that I can say that might be your karma, but karma is something that is the universe running its course. So take it as you want to, and just live life, have fun, be moderate with everything and anything that you do, and expand. I'm finna go hit this library real quick and maybe learn something new. Get away from the chaos. All right, y'all.